to be super long because I just don't really have a ton to talk about, but my summer plans have changed drastically. So I don't know when I'm gonna get to do this again. So I thought I'm gonna take this opportunity right now, talk to you guys, let you know what's been going on, let you know what's gonna go on, show you my stitching, and yeah, that's about it. So what have do I have any life updates? I do. Unfortunately, I know a lot of you guys know or have heard, and probably not all of you, I know that, but I was supposed to go to StitchCon this June, and actually StitchCon's in like 3 weeks. And a couple weeks ago, I decided that because of what's happening with our family, it's not really smart for me to be across the country right now. I really need to be able to travel to Arizona on a moment's notice if I need to. And my family always comes first, and my mother-in-law, she comes before StitchCon. So, I mean, I'm disappointed. I'm really sad because I was really looking forward to seeing everyone, to meeting everyone. You know, I was supposed to room with Michelle, and I could not wait to give Diana a huge hug, and just, you know, Trisha and Tracy, who also is no longer going for her own reasons, nothing to do with my reasons. But that's being an adult, right? Sometimes you have to make hard decisions, and I had to make a hard decision, and I'm glad I did. Specifically because, as I said, my summer plans have changed. I am going to be going to Arizona for a very large portion of the summer to spend time with my mother-in-law, who I need to, my kids need to. So yeah, we're doing that. And it came up suddenly. Sunday night, I got some new information, and I made a decision with my husband and my kids, and so yeah, I'm going to be spending a very large portion of my summer in the heat in Phoenix. So McKenna, I will definitely be meeting you at the attic one night for one of your live sales. That's definitely on my list. It's going to be a stressful, emotional few weeks while I'm there. And anyone who has ever gone through a serious illness with one of their loved ones and it's prolonged, they understand what I'm talking about. And without getting into like too many details about her health, there's no cure for what she is battling. So that's sort of how I had to, you know, that's why I had to make that decision to not go to StitchCon, and I am super glad I did, because that frees up money and my time to be able to devote that to my family. So I do want to maybe give a little cautionary tale about StitchCon. What I realized was that I had not been aware that there was a May 1st deadline for refunds. And like I said, this was sort of a last minute decision. I was already super emotional, and so you know, I did get a refund, but definitely for years going forward, everybody needs to not only look at their registration information, but also, if you're not watching Pam and Steph's videos and you are going to StitchCon, it is important that you do watch Pam and Steph's videos because I guess that they are going to be making official announcements as far as deadlines, and I don't know what else that might not be included in the paperwork that you received. This is not Pam and Steph's policy, it is Barbara's policy from Keepsakes. And I mean, to save everyone a lot of stress, it would have been nice had Barbara included that information in the registration emails or the registration information, but again, that wasn't included, so I was unaware. And yeah, so just, I mean, and you should do this for everything anyway, but it's hard when the information wasn't included and I had really no way of knowing, and I didn't know that there was a deadline, and I wasn't really sure like what the deadline meant when I was told about it, because I was under the impression somebody from the wait list was going to be taken off the wait list and allowed to go if they wanted to go, and I understand it was still like, you know, it was about, I think, like 5 weeks before StitchCon when I canceled, so I mean, I was under the impression somebody was going to get to go in my spot, which would mean that I should get a refund, right? So, I mean, I just think, you know, ask questions. In everything in life, ask a lot of questions, not just with StitchCon and not just with Stitch Retreats, but like everything. You have to be your own advocate in life. And definitely in your medical care, which is something that my family has really been going through lately, is, you know, don't just blindly trust even your doctors. So yeah, I have a lot of emotions all wrapped up in all of it still. I am not sleeping. I am not eating. I have a lot going on in my brain and my heart and everything right now, so just, you know, watch out for yourself. Next year, for sure, make sure you read all the information in your StitchCon registrations, and you watch Pam and Steph's videos, because official information comes out of those, and yeah. So, other than that, what have I been up to? I have stitched a decent amount. I have a couple finishes. I have been taking everything in life very personally into heart lately, and that includes like stuff that's been happening on the news. And so I have, I mean, I know why I'm doing it. Like, I'm going through an emotional time, and so everything is emotional for me. So I put a lot of that into some stitching. So I was sitting one day and fretting about something, I don't quite remember what, and I remembered that I had this chart, and I wanted to work on it. So I pulled her out. I actually don't have the chart to show you because it's in an envelope getting ready to make its way to Diana at Kismet Stitches. As soon as I finished it, I knew it had to go to her. If you keep up with her and you see her Instagrams, and you are in the New Jersey retreat group, you saw that she went to the Statue of Liberty. And well, she had like a fantastic trip. Like, I really wish I could have been with her on that trip because it looked like she had so much fun. So anyway, as soon as I finished this, I was like, this chart needs to go to Diana. So you can't see the chart, you can't see the finished pick, but you'll get to see my pick. So it's Libby by Heart and Hand. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else. Oh, I call it I lift my lamp because, you know, I lift my lamp. I just needed like a pick-me-up, a reminder. You know, sometimes you just need a reminder of like who you are. And I needed a reminder, so I worked on this. I finished it in, I think it was over a weekend. I started it on Friday. This is completely all my own colors. I might be able to remember some of them. So her dress is Used Brick by Gentle Arts. This blue is Dark Denim by Color and Cotton. This green is Milady's Teal by either Guest or Crescent, or Classic, whatever. This brown right here is a limited edition Gentle Arts that I had gotten from Cindy Sorley, I think. This blue is hold on, actually no for sure because I have it right here. That blue, the light blue, is Lullaby by Color and Cotton. This bird I want to say is Hickory Sticks. This is also, maybe it's not. Okay, so maybe I don't know what these are. This is just 3371. No, that's not right. 3771, something like that. And the gold is from Moe's Sale. I don't remember the name of the color. I changed her hair. She was dirty blonde. She's now got my hair color. And then I thought after I stitched her skin, I was like, oh, why would I change her hair color to my hair color and not change her skin? But whatever, it's fine. So there is a major mistake in this. Everything, it's 2 stitches not wide enough. That was a counting error on my part, and I just made it work because by the time I figured out the counting error, I had already done all of that. And I was like, I'm just not a ripper. I figured if I can make it work, I can make it work. And I think I made it work just fine. So, yeah. Done. And like I said, that's going to Diana. It's going to be made into small to go in my 4th of July decorating. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, that's the finish. The next finish I had is a huge one, guys. It's a huge one. So does everyone remember when Andrea won this from Lindy Stitches? Stephanie at Lindy Stitches gave this away after she finished it, and the whole entire time she was working on it, I was just in love with it. I just wanted it. And then when she gave it away, I want it, and can you stop barking? So when I wanted, I was super excited, but I wanted to do it justice. I didn't want to just start it right away. So I ended up starting this for my New Year, New Start. Something like that. And so I had started it, and you guys saw it twice, I think. Maybe not, maybe just once since then. Maybe twice. I have no clue. I'm a hot mess. Anyway, so it's done. And this was the one that I did my own color conversion to Color and Cotton Floss. And yes, I will share that with you guys. I will just show you. Is that all of them? Oh, well, one of them's missing, but I'll just tell you what it is. Okay, who's ready to see? Sorry, I finally cut the fabric and that's freaking adorable, right? I love this. Love it. Look at these little dudes down here. Ooh. Now I did play with some of the colors and put some colors where she wanted other colors charted. But just because, you know, I was working with my own colors and wanted certain things to stand out or not be too close to each other. So I did it. Every single floss in this is converted to a color and cotton floss. This was my first, one last little gander. This is my first, oh, and I changed the, I was gonna put our last name in that box, but my husband was like, no, put the year. So I put the year. Sorry, I'm jiggling you around. Okay, so what colors did I use in mine? So let's see, for weeks, every single one was supposed to be a week's floss. I have 2 missing. Okay, it's okay, I'll just tell you what they are. So for Battleship, I replaced it with Slate from Color and Cotton, which is sort of like, it looks like there's some white, but it's not white, it's gray. Light gray, but gray. Blue Heron, I replaced, let me see where it goes in the chart. Oh, I replaced Blue Heron with Sea Glass from Color and Cotton. Blue Jeans, I replaced with Dark Denim from Color and Cotton. I also used this one in Libby. This is one of my favorite colors ever. It's gonna be used in a lot of stuff. King Mackerel, I replaced King Mackerel with, excuse me while I, no, okay, lies. So Blue Heron I replaced with Lullaby and not Sea Glass. Blue Heron was Lullaby. King Mackerel was Sea Glass. Loden I replaced with Meadow. Pamlico I replaced with Tombstone. And this color was only supposed to be used in this chart in the big monster and in the year. I did not use this in the year. I did use it in the big monster and I used it in this monster because I didn't want to use this one and Sea Glass together. And Plum I replaced with Black Currant, which apparently I have misplaced, and that makes me super sad because I love that color and I did not get 2 skeins, I only got 1, and so I really hope I find it. It's really beautiful. It's this one in this swiggle right here. It's really beautiful. Every color of these Color and Cotton ones was really, really beautiful. And then finally with Sanguine, I replaced it with Redwood. So that was the conversion I used. I'm super happy with it. I definitely wanted it to be more vibrant, playful, and especially because I did it because I want it for my boys. It's gonna go outside of their bedroom and playroom. There's like a perfectly sized wall that it'll hang on. And yeah, I call them monsters all the time. So, I mean, and I know probably a ton of moms of little boys call them monsters. So this shirt's going to Tracy next. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I know that I will definitely be stitching more Elizabeth designs. I already have some in my stash, but I won't be doing any of the ones I have in my stash because I am dying for, so I have Antique Autumn Sampler. There's a bunch listed back here. I have Antique Autumn Sampler already, but what I really want to get is this Antique Bee Sampler, like dying, must have it. So when I get that, that'll probably be the next Elizabeth designs I do. Yeah. So I did work on 2 whips also. The first one I worked on, you guys haven't seen that I worked on yet, is, oh my goodness, excuse me. I'm really not getting enough sleep. I'm already an insomniac, like just in general, but then when I'm under a lot of stress. So the next whip I worked on that you guys haven't seen in a while is Fair & Traditions Needles and Pins Wedding Sampler. I just think this is beautiful and also hilarious. And it's the first one I ever found that I was like, yes, I definitely want this to be our wedding sampler. So I just was feeling like samplery one day, and I still didn't have, and I still don't have, fabric for Sarah. So I wanted to pick up this one. At first I was like, ooh, I'm gonna start something else. No, I have this one going, and then I'm gonna start Sarah as soon as I get my fabric. So, excuse me. Anyway, like I said, I need to get more sleep. If anyone knows a way for me to do that, please let me know, because I've tried a whole bunch of stuff. I've tried the sleep like podcasts that you can listen to, and those are just dumb, because like most of them are stories and they don't make any sense, and like, so my brain is trying to make sense of it instead of relaxing, and I think it has the opposite effect. Instead of making me like, oh, this is too complicated, I'm like, what? So I tried that. I tried going to bed earlier. I have tried, short of like, I just don't take sleeping pills. They scare me. I did take Ambien for a while, and I stopped taking it. I would take it again if it was prescribed for me, but you know, it's one of those addictive drugs that doctors don't always like to prescribe. So, and that's fine. And you know, I'm functioning as a human. I don't have a job. If I had a job, this would be a lot more difficult, but my kids are usually really gracious with me when I haven't slept a lot, and we can do quiet games together or watch something quietly together. I read a lot of books to them when I haven't gotten a lot of sleep. So if anyone has anything natural, any tried and true techniques, let me know. I'm willing to try anything, because girl needs sleep, and I'm supposed to drive to Arizona soon. And so I digress. So this is where I am on Needles and Pins. That is the gentleman, Richard, and here he is shown with brown hair. My husband's a blonde. You would never know that because he doesn't have any hair anymore. So my husband's a bald, but he won't be bald here because he definitely had hair when we got married. So these strawberries are so beautiful. They're just so beautiful. There's like 7,000 colors of green in there. Totally okay, because look what it does. It's gorge. But those strawberries, don't they look luscious? Like you just want to eat them. This tree was fun. I'm trying to be very careful about my back because this fabric is so, not iridescent, transparent, see-through. But that was, that tree was a fun little challenge. Like, how can I do this without really carrying any threads? So yeah, and then I love his jacket. It's only 2 colors, but it's so well done. And so the only issue I really have with this is like, why the hell would Ricky and I have a pet bear cub? Like, that's a bear. That is not a dog. Or if it's a dog or a cat, it's like, something's wrong with it. Anyway, so worked on that. Gonna work on it some more soon. Probably. Excuse me. Okay. Pet bear, weird, what else? Done. I do love this though, and it's really fun to work on. The only thing is I think I'm going to take the chart to the library and make an enlarged copy of it because it's just black and white, and it is small, and my eyes, I need new glasses. It's just not a priority right now. But did you see how small that was? So I'll get new glasses. I know. I will make it a priority. I will take care of me, I promise. I just have, you know, I can't possibly think about doing that when I'm now having a condensed summer here in Colorado with my kids, and then we're gonna be in Arizona, we're gonna be traveling. And it's not a priority right now. Whatever, I can make an enlarged copy and I will make it a priority. So the next thing I worked on was a new start after I finished Monsters? I think so. Okay, water. I'm drinking water, guys. No worries. I definitely got dehydrated over the weekend, and like you feel it. Okay, so I worked on for Stitchathon and also for Stars and Stripes Saturday. So I worked on this the whole weekend. I did not stitch on Memorial Day or yesterday or today yet. Hello, look at that banner at the top, all done except for these swirlies need the gold in there. So my husband loves this and he's like, how much do you have left? And I showed him the chart and he was like, ooh. But like I said, if I keep working on this for Stars and Stripes Saturdays and like Stitchathon weekends, then it's gonna get done. Will it be turned into a cushion? Yes. Will it be done for this freaking 4th of July? No. And I don't say that like I can't get it done. I totally could, but like I won't have time to sew it and finish it and decorate. I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna decorate for the 4th this year. I can't. I won't even be, you know. So anyway, the next thing I want to show you guys. Oh, I'm so like out of it today. We had a really awesome play date yesterday, but those always tire me out because I usually do a theme and I cook lunch for the moms and the kids, and they last a long time, which I love because I love all the kids coming over. I love my friends being here, but I'm an introvert, so as much as I love to open my home and have my kids have their friends over and have my own friends over, it also tires me out. So I'm super tired because of that. I think that's like part of the reason I'm a little out of it too, not just the insomnia, but just like everything was leading up to that for a few days. You know when you're like, oh, maybe my anxiety is getting to me a little bit more than I realized. Just like right now happened. It's okay. It'll pass, right? So I started this. I was feeling a new start. I was feeling patriotic. A lot of people are stitching patriotic right now. And like, I always love patriotic anyway. It's just my jam. This was so kindly gifted to me by Lisa the Silver Stitcher. I really do love when I get something gifted to me. I do love to stitch it like pretty quickly, because I feel like if somebody is kind enough to give me something, I want to stitch it so I remember, so I don't like down the road be like, oh, what's this chart? Why do I have this? Let me like I don't even remember getting this. What am I gonna do? Because I can see that, right? Like letting it go too long and maybe forgetting who you got it from and like getting rid of it or selling it or something, and like I just don't want that to happen. So I try to stitch right away. So this was gifted to me from Tammy Spruce. I think she sent it to me last summer. I think it was maybe after I stitched one of the subversive pieces. And I was struggling last year with activism, burnout, and so she had sent this to me, and I mean, of course I would never forget that she sent this to me, but like, I do worry about that. I try to remember to be, I'm a freaking worry wart. Let's just call it how it is. I just don't want people to think I'm ungrateful, and so, but Tammy, I love this, and I love you, and you know that, and so yeah. So Lisa, when she sent this to me, I was itching to start it right away, but I wanted to give it, you know, its due and make it as beautiful as I could. So I wasn't convinced what I was going to put it on. And so I had ordered from Extru Designs some fabric, which the postal system lost, jerks, and she replaced it, and so it finally came in. And originally when I had ordered this piece, and it's rustic brown, I intended on putting God Save the Queen on it, but ended up not. I don't think this will work for God Save the Queen, which is fine, you know, no biggie. It's 40 count rustic brown. It is a beautiful piece of fabric. It's gorgeous. I mean, the dye job is just epic. I mean, this part right here, I love it. So Patriots Row is going on here. I'm using the color conversion that Lisa did and sent me, because she's an angel. And of course I'm doing it in her conversion, because why wouldn't I? Look at that. She converted it all, wrote it all down. I mean, fantastic. I want to talk about, I'm trying not to get my lipstick on here. So I know that a lot of people say that they really love the way that Extru Designs smells. This one's just, I've had it for too long. It smells like vinegar to me. Am I crazy? Like, it doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't, like, I don't love it. Anyway, so this is just gorgeous. It's gonna be absolutely phenomenal on here. So dainty and pretty. It'll go perfect with all of my other smalls. Probably do it into a flat fold, because on the 40 count it's gonna be tiny. So I think it would be really cool on like a standing flat fold. I just got caught in my jeans. It's like my only size 28 needle, and I wanted to stay with this So I think I'm actually gonna pull this out. I don't know. I seriously don't know what I want to stitch on. I'm just in a funk, guys, in a funk. I do really love this piece though. It's gonna be I think one of my most favorite things I've ever stitched. And I love 1/2 on 40 count. Love it. My eyes hate it, but I do love it. This is my second piece on 40 count. No, third. So this is my third piece. I've started on 40 count and love it. Okay, so that was my new start, my last thing that I stitched to show you, and a piece of haul. So haul it is. XJU also sent as a gift, so she's so sweet. This, oh, you can't even see it. It's not that white. It's yellow. It's called pale yellow. And it literally is just like, it's cream. It's not even yellow, you know, but it's yellow. You can't even, there, see? White shirt, yellow fabric. This is 56 count. How will I don't even know like what kind of needle. I'll have to get like, Kindred Stitcher. She got some teeny tiny needles and a teeny tiny needle threader from Acorns and Threads. I'm gonna have to call Acorns and Threads and be like, can you just give me what you sold her? Like just here is my information, just send it to me. But since I'm gonna be in Phoenix and maybe the attic has something like that. So the only other pieces of haul I have is I fell down the rabbit hole for Trisha. Did I show you guys already? No. I think I showed you Pasta Time. That was the last one. And I told you I had these coming. Okay, so this one, Trisha showed it in her live video. Trisha at 3 All Threads. She does live YouTube sales on her new Soda Stitch patterns when she gets a new shipment, and I think she said she's going to do a new shipment in like July this year, so keep your eyes out. If there's a Soda Stitch pattern that you have been eyeing, she doesn't do the sale until she actually has them in hand, and then you get them just a couple days after you pay for them. So why wouldn't you? So I love this one. She showed it and I was like, I kind of hemmed and hawed a little bit. I was like, I think I was cooking dinner when she was doing her sale and, or something. And I was just like, I don't know. And then I was like, damn it, I have to have it. I really love that rose cake. I really want to stitch it. I don't need to start anything else, but I really want to stitch it. Okay, and I also got, and this has a sad story. Look at, I got my chart wet from it's just condensation. Like it's not ruined, but it's like not perfectly flat. And of course, like that kills me. Anyway, birthstones #1. And I'm a selfish woman, and I only got it because Aquamarine. Hello, March birthdays. Every other woman in my life is beyond this. So, well, no, my mother-in-law is a diamond. So maybe I'll do that eventually. Not in a place right now that I can say it'll be anytime soon. But they're so cute, right? And I can totally see, somebody said, I think it was Trisha, she was like, I can totally see this doing this in treasure braid, and I was like, so can I. So I will be finding equivalents for this in either Kreinik or treasure braid. And we'll be changing her to a brunette, and I will make her probably like a little pin pillow that I never use, but to keep with my stitching stuff, so she's always there and adorable. I have a lot of August birthdays in my family, and December, I have a niece in October and a niece in December. One sister in July, one sister in September. So like everyone's on the second half. Sorry, I'm selfish. I say that, I'm not saying it nonchalantly. Like, don't think I'm saying it nonchalantly. I think I probably need to end this. Maybe I wasn't like in the right headspace to make a video, but I wanted to before, like I said, everything gets going. We're gonna hit the ground running and do a ton of stuff here in Colorado before we leave for Arizona. And in Arizona, we won't be doing much because it's gonna be so freaking hot. We're not gonna wanna leave the house. But when I'm in Arizona, I stay with my sister-in-law, and so we are making all kinds of plans for stuff we can do in the house to keep the kids occupied, to keep them having fun, and keep them cool, but let them play outside. One of my kids in particular is very outdoorsy, like not like, you know, like a camper, like, I mean, he would totally camp, but like, I mean in the way that like he always wants to be outside. So, yeah, that's it. I don't know when I'm going to see you guys next. I'm not going to promise and say I will do something before the end of June. I would like to, but I really don't know how much I'm going to be stitching in the next month. And after that, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to take any stitching with me to Arizona. Anyway, I love you all. I hope you guys all have fantastic summers. I did order fabric for Sarah, coming from Turkey. It's not from XJU, it's from another seller. It's 40 count. We'll see. It was super cheap, so I'm kind of worried, but we'll see when I get it. If I hate it, I'm gonna be in Phoenix, right? I'll go to the attic and get fabric. Yeah. I hope you guys all have a great summer, get a lot of stitching, enjoy the sun and the beautiful weather. Make sure you wear sunscreen. Please make sure you wear sunscreen. All right, guys, lots of love. See you soon. Bye.